So I will just start, and I want to say a few words about particularly the psychology of the nation at the moment. I think it's one of those unusual times where we all know human emotions are transient, and we know that on any given day we can go through different emotions, and one day can present 5 or 10 different emotions for any one of us. And it's rare when you get a community of people connected or fixated on the same emotion. And what you do is we start to experience not just our own consciousness and our own emotion, but we start to experience that collective consciousness. We start to experience something that is quite unique and quite rare. So there's no doubt that, as we all go through the different emotions on any given day, there's no doubt that underpinning the different emotions, there is a sense of fear, there's a sense of worry, and that's absolutely normal, and it's not to be taken lightly. And at the same time, to give an explanation as to maybe why something like this in particular brings up so much fear, is that we as humans, and in the work I do, I speak a lot about the human ego. We as humans, we love to believe, we love to have a sense that we are in control. We love to create a situation in which maybe we have very little control, but we begin to think that we have lots of control. So being human, being someone that is born to survive in this universe, is also connected with this sometimes unhealthy need to control, to know, to predict. When something like this happens, it really highlights to us two things. One is how little control we have sometimes on the big things, and that's terrifying to the human ego. The idea that we as humans don't have all the answers and that there are bigger things at play in the universe can be frightening. The second thing it shows is how big and small this world is. It shows how quickly something can travel across the globe, and it reminds us that we are all one community. And whether it's a virus or an unkind word or a kind word, now we're realizing that every little thing that one person does has a knock-on ripple effect. And I think now is that time where the human ego, who is always looking for a sense of control, has to come face to face with the fact that we as humans are at the mercy sometimes of the universe. And that can be terrifying. Think of a simple example of driving down the road. We're all driving down maybe the M50, and it's busy and there's cars everywhere, but we feel safe because we've driven that car before. We feel safe because we have external indicators to keep us safe. So we have a speedometer, there's a white line up the middle of the road, there's traffic lights, and those external indicators give us a sense of control. If somebody removed the white lines from the M50, it is amazing how people start to panic, even though instinctively you'd know where to drive, you'd know where not to drive. But we sometimes like external indicators to tell us what's happening. But if we're to really think about driving a car down a busy road, if somebody was to start to explain to you as you drove it all the things that you couldn't control, other people's behaviour, whether or not your brake pedal was going to work, we'd suddenly realise that even driving, depending on what you focus on, isn't as certain as we think. When something like this happens, those external indicators that we look for aren't always there because the doctors don't have the answers yet. We don't quite understand the virus, and we're looking outward for indicators. We're looking outward for markers to show us what and where to do, just like we do when we drive. And in the last few weeks, we've realized that those external indicators aren't there. And what this does then is it challenges us to go inward and to listen to our own intuition, into realizing that even in a space where there is no big control, that there are little things that we actually can control. And sometimes when we look at distractions or we talk about infections, one of the things I've noticed in the last while is how hard people are finding it to stay in their own homes, how hard people are finding it to slow down, how hard people are finding it to be by themselves in their own mind. And in some ways that can be an incredibly powerful learning for us all. The usual things that distract us, the coffee shops, the pubs, workplaces, all the normal external distractions have now been taken away from us. And it's left us in some ways alone with our own mind and our own thoughts. And that can be a scary place. Very often the biggest threat isn't outside of us, it's inside of us. The external indicators, where we always looked and we outsourced the GPs, the hospitals, the physicians, other people. We believe other people have the answers. And when it turns out that in all honesty they don't have the answers, then we're again forced to turn inside and find the answer for ourselves. So I think while this is an extremely challenging time and a difficult time, it is also a massive opportunity for all of us to stop and to take a deep breath and to slow and realize that sometimes we have the answers ourselves. We've always had the answers. And in this time, you can choose to focus on the things that you have no control over, or you can choose to focus on the things that you have control over. Where you go, who you speak to, what you listen to, what you don't listen to. The little procedures that we've all been told to take seriously. And if we can give ourselves a sense of control and a sense of grounding by doing the little things, then the big things will take care of themselves. The biggest challenge for us all right now is to be safe and secure and grounded when all of the external distractions have been taken away from us. And the biggest challenge ever in life is to be alone with our own thought, to be alone in our own minds. And over the next few weeks, we will be forced to spend more time in that space. What a growth opportunity this actually might be. What a chance this might be to learn something more about the universe and how small it is, and the ripple effect that every little thing we do has on others. And also to ground ourselves and humble ourselves and realize in the grand scheme of things, at times we can't or we don't need to control or predict. So for me, as a person with old parents, a baby on the way, I'm very much in this reality the same as everybody else. And it is a wonderful opportunity for me to live my own message, to focus on what I have control over, be grateful in every moment for the little things that keep me safe, and also at some level begin to realize and accept that there is something more powerful at play in the universe than I am. And when we surrender the need to control, the need to predict, and we replace it with an acceptance and an ability to be in the present, to be in this moment, and to focus on the little things that keep us safe and secure. In this period, we might just come to realize there is something incredible about this human spirit. And we might come to realize that in this universe, everything is happening exactly as it should. And tonight, I want us to slow down, to stop, to breathe, to switch our focus from what we can't control to what we can control, to switch our emotion, our electrical charge, from fear to gratitude, and to learn to be at peace in that space between the no longer and the not yet. What an amazing gift this might be in so many ways for so many of us. Whether it's wanted or not wanted, whether it's what we predicted or expected or not, we are in the middle of a new reality. What we can't choose is what has happened, but we get to choose our response. As a people, as a community, as a country, let's not give over to fear, to greed, Let's allow an abundance of kindness and compassion be the way in which we respond. And when it's over, and it will be over, let us be measured by the amount of kindness, by the composure and the courage that we showed in ourselves and to each other. And I'll finish by saying this little line. Sometimes it's fear that infects us, and it's courage that makes us immune. Have the courage to do the simple things. Have the courage to surrender the need to control. Have courage to be present with love and compassion to each other. And have courage to believe that your incredible immune system has an incredible ability that can rise and will rise to this challenge.
So, on the back of all of that, wonderful, wise words and heartful words, we're going to go through an experience of slowing down by doing a meditation together. So I'd invite you to get into a nice, comfortable position. As I said earlier, it might be sitting on the floor with a cushion, easy cross-leg position, or maybe you're lying on your bed, or maybe you're sitting on a chair. Wherever is comfortable for you is the right position. And when you're ready, we're just going to gently roll the shoulders up towards the ears, and then exhale and just draw the shoulders, let them drop down away from your ears. Let your hands just rest wherever is comfortable on your lap. And for tonight's meditation, let's place our palms facing downwards into our lap. It just helps us to feel a little bit more secure, a little bit more grounded, and a little bit more centered and safe. So this meditation tonight is a meditation that will hopefully help to just calm the nervous system, reduce some of that overwhelming emotional anxiety or fear that may be bubbling up within us at this time. And also a meditation to ground us, to center us, and also to build that inner strength, build that inner immunity through our thought process. Believe it or not, the way we think, the words that we use have huge influence on the physiology of the body, on the cellular development and the immunity of the body. So this meditation is to ground, to center, to slow, to rebalance the nervous system, yet building inner strength and vitality through the breath. So getting comfortable. If you haven't already closed down the eyes, I'd invite you, if it's comfortable, just to gently close, flicker the eyes to a close, slightly dip the chin towards the chest just to elongate through the back of the neck. If you're not comfortable closing the eyes, just draw your gaze to the floor in front of you or to the very tip of the nose. And just before we get started, just taking one slow, deep breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, just allow the body to drop further into the floor, the chair, the bed, wherever you're seated or lying. And just taking a moment to really just welcome yourself in this moment. Welcome yourself into your body. Welcome yourself into your mind. And welcome yourself into your breath. Just allowing that soft inhale through the nose, that cleansing, oxygenating, life-affirming breath to expand through your belly and rise very gently as you inhale. And as you exhale, slowly just letting everything soften, letting the body melt, letting any tensions almost just dissolve away. You're inhaling as the belly gently rises, creating space. And you're exhaling, belly is falling, shoulders dropping even further, body relaxing. Just gently in this moment, just allowing the muscles of the face to soften, so relaxing through the jaw area. Relaxing the tongue, relaxing the back of the throat. Relaxing the eyelids, relaxing the eyebrows. Relaxing the temples, either side of the eyes. Surrendering any tightness, tension, or holding across the forehead. Softening any tension across the scalp area, across the very tip of the head, the back of the head, the ears, the back of the neck area, and right down to the shoulders. Just letting everything soften, surrender. Letting the breath wash through you, cleansing through the whole entire nervous system with each inhalation, cooling, calming, and centering. Just letting the hands be heavy, letting the heart be open. And letting the mind be calm. Just going to bring our awareness to the very base of your spine, to the root energy center, the root chakra, located at the very base of the spine. And this is the energy center located with feelings of safety and security. Feeling grounded, feeling solid, feeling stable. And it's during these challenging times that often we feel uprooted in our lives. We feel out of control, we feel vulnerable, unstable, we feel shaky. And this can also ripple up through the nervous system, affecting how we think, affecting how we feel, and affecting how we breathe. So in this moment, just focusing on the very root of the spine and breathing into this area. And just letting the following words, the following affirmation just wash through your body. By osmosis, let the words dissolve right down into the cells within the body. I am safe. All life loves and supports me. I am secure and stable. I connect to the voice within me, and I connect to the security and safety and strength in this moment. I trust that this too shall pass. All is well. Taking a big deep breath in through the nose, let the belly rise, and exhale, breathing out. Just drawing the attention, the awareness, gently up to the heart center of the chest, that nucleus of the body. And just affirming in this moment that the fire within me burns through all fears, barriers, doubts, and blockages. Opening up into the heart center, that center of love and compassion and kindness. And knowing that in this challenging time that I'm going to live from a place of love, not fear. Kindness, not worry. Peace, not anxiety. And just in this moment, coming into the heart space, setting a little intention for yourself or for your loved ones. And over the next couple of days, allowing the love in the heart to nurture and nourish you and those around you through the words that you use, through the energy that you display, through the kindness that you show, through the truthfulness that you commit, the behaviors that you display. And allowing the natural intelligence within your body, within your immune system, to become invigorated through rest, through nourishing foods and beverages, through deep breathing, and through loving thoughts, to awaken within you and those around you. Just returning to the breath. We finish by taking 3 big, deep, cleansing, beautiful breaths. Let's inhale together. Inhale through the nose. Let the belly rise. Let it expand. And exhale. Let the belly fall. Surrender and let go. Deep breath in. Really let the belly rise. Let the rib cage expand. Let the heart and the lungs fill up. Feel the pleasure of taking this full breath. And exhale, surrendering, releasing any residual tension or tightness. Letting it go. One more deep breath. Inhale. Opening up to the blessings and the gratitudes within the challenging times. Exhale, surrendering, grounding, centering. I am safe and secure. All life loves and supports me in this moment.
I hope as we continue to face this challenge together, I hope that it'll be a time in our country's history when we look back and realise that there is something new, something incredible, something we never seen before alive and well in the Irish people. While we've been known for certain things in the past, the people that like to party, the people that like to do whatever, I think now is a time where the world will see a different Irish. People of immense compassion and kindness. People who, just like in the past, do not run or hide away when faced with challenge. But people who rise to community. People who rise to responsibility. And people that will be defined not by what happens to us, but how we choose to respond. Every single one of us has the ability to launch a ripple effect around this small world. Every single word we use, every single thought will send a ripple effect that can heal, that can calm. What a great opportunity we have to discover something new about ourselves. I'd like to finish by just asking everyone to just bring their hands to their space.
Take our right hand and our left hand to meet at the center of the chest, bringing all aspects within ourselves, mind, body and soul, to connect at that incredible life-affirming, compassionate heart center.
And we say, may I be well, may I be at ease, may I laugh, and may I smile in adversity, knowing that I am a powerful being, a powerful spiritual being. And when my energy and my spirit is ignited, it has the ability to awaken and heal the physical. May I be well, may I be safe, may I be a beacon of light for others. May I be defined not by what's happening, but how I choose to respond. Knowing that you have an incredible intelligence, an incredible immune system that is equipped to do incredible things. So please, a little less fear, a little more compassion, a little less Sky News, a little more Louise Hay. Be careful what we tune into. Be careful what we listen to. For every prophet of doom, there is a prophet of hope. Choose wisely which ones we tune into, and we can do something special. Thank you so much for joining us, and if you've enjoyed it, please let us know. It's something we would be open to doing again. That's my first live. So I hope it worked. I hope people could hear us, and more importantly, I hope everybody as well can see some.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. I hope you sleep well. Continue to breathe, continue to ground. When you get overwhelmed, just bring it back to the breath. Feel your feet on the ground and take a couple of slow, deep cleansing breaths to recenter at any time. Thank you so much. Namaste.